Hello everyone, my name is Mila and I am the owner of Boz Beauty Agency. Today I wanted to talk to you about what hair really is. I believe if you understand what hair really is, then you will know what it's not, and you will know how to properly care for it and your body. Hair is a protein called keratin. Keratin is not like your skin where it is soft and alive. Actually, keratin is more like thread, fabric, material. When the hair leaves the scalp, it is no longer alive. It is no longer a living organism. The hair is made up of three parts: the cuticle, the cortex, and the medulla. The cuticle is the protection, the outer layer of the hair. With the cuticle, how do you explain that? It's almost like shingles on the roof. You see like those little panels? So let's say this is a single strand. It will have like multiple little panels that's like laying, overlapping each other like that, okay? Best way I can describe it, okay? Is almost like overlapping, or even if you think of an umbrella, when the umbrella is closed versus is open, right? So when the umbrella or the shingles on the roof is closed, then that's where you see the shine of the hair. That's where you see the softness of the hair, the smoothness of the cuticle. It's almost like that's where you see the hair is laying down nicely and it's behaving really well. Once that cuticle is open or blown out, that's when you start seeing breakage, frizz, dryness, all of those things. The cortex is now what the structure is. It's where the strength is, the elasticity is. This is where the natural hair color is. All of those things, like the backbone of the hair is that cortex. Whereas the look of the hair is the cuticle. If that can explain it. Now, the medulla does not show up in everyone's hair, and that does not affect your natural routine or anything of that sort, okay? Your hair does not grow from your ends, it grows from underneath your scalp, right? And underneath your scalp is the follicles. This is where your living hair resides. Once it leaves the hair follicle, it is no longer living hair. So your blood carries the nutrients and oxygens to the follicle, and that's what supports hair growth. Quick segue, tie this in, and then we'll deal with this another time. That's why iron is important, because the iron is what gives oxygen to your blood so that your blood can flow. That's why iron is also, when people will say, oh, well, have you taken your iron supplements or anything like that? And that's what helps or aids hair growth. But that's for another day. We'll deal with that another time. So what does this mean for you? If you want healthy and long hair, you need to be taking care of your scalp, and you need to be taking care of your strands, right? Because once the hair is broken, it cannot repair itself. You have to protect it. So the products are not necessarily growing your hair, but it is protecting the cuticle. It is sealing in moisture. It is helping those type of things, but it's not any miracle products that's helping to grow your hair. The state of your insides, the state of your scalp, it is what's going to determine what's out. And then the retention of it determines what you are doing with it. Does that make sense? I hope so. Now, why is all of this important? Why do I feel the need to tell you guys all of this? Because when you understand that your hair is not like your skin, let's say that you were riding a bike, you scratch your skin, bruise your skin, or whatever the case may be. If you treat it, or even just give it some time, you will see that skin will heal itself. That is not the same with hair. With hair, you have to think of it like clothing. Once it is broken, once the fabric is broken or torn or something like that, you may be able to sew it back together, but the damage is done to that fabric. That's why depending on the type of fabric, you have to be very careful with it. You have to treat it with certain type of care. All of those things, that is the same thing with hair. What leaves the scalp it is no longer, it doesn't regenerate itself. It doesn't repair itself. It doesn't do that because it's not alive. What you have to do is now take the strands of the hair, coating it properly, trimming it properly. And this is why they always say, oh, stylists love to be scissor happy. It's not that we love to be scissor happy. We also understand that once that hair is damaged, there's no coming back from that. We'll get into protein treatments and hydrating treatments, moisturizing treatments, and all of those things. But when you understand the basic level of this is what hair is, I'm almost certain that you will understand better of how to care for it. It is not something again that can heal itself. It is something that has to be protected. It is something that has to be sealed. It is something that has to be, handled with care. Does that make sense? So if you want to learn more about healthy hair growth, what is hair, what can you do for your hair, or any of those situations that I can help you with, I will be more than glad. So leave your comments below, follow, like, subscribe, whatever it is that you have to do for whatever platform this is. And then also you will learn, not all questions is for a stylist. Sometimes you have to get to a dermatologist, a trichologist, or something of the sort. But whatever I can do in my own abilities, I will be sure to help you. Okay? And if you would like to book an appointment for any of our services or consultations, you can contact us at 813-731-7010. My name is Mila, and again, I am the owner of Boz Beauty Agency.